Welding is a way to make high-strength joint between two or more parts. There are many ways to do this, and this requires a high degree of skill and advanced technology.
Welder works with a lot of different metals, alloys and material heating, melting and joining that composite together.
Until the beginning of 20th century, welding was done via a process known as forge welding, which consists of heating up the pieces to be fixed together and then hammering them until they amalgamate. With the advent of electricity, the process becomes easier and faster.
There are several different ways to weld. Some involve amazing machinery and revolutionary technologies, including electron beams, laser, ultrasonic, and friction stir.
Before starting the welding process, you must set up the necessary tools and the PPE that we have described before. Do not use ordinary shoes as flammable if exposed to a fire spark. Make sure your shoes will seal using the protective clothing that don't burn easily, or by tying the fire-resistant fabric on the ankle to cover up the gap of shoes. Obviously, this will cause terrible pain. Use the standard PPE for our safety. Prepare the area to be welded in. Remove all the flammable material and find a good surface to weld on.
Set up the machine. You should most likely be using an ampere of around 90 to 120 amps. Although this should be adjusted for metal thickness and electrode diameter. Use the correct electrode. You should select the electrode appropriate for AC or DC welding, depending on your machine. Make sure the electrodes are dry. Clean the metal before welding. This can be done by brushing the surface to be welded with a fire brush or a grinder. Remove as much rust or paint from the metal as possible.
Strike a welding arc. This is accomplished by tapping the metal and quickly pulling up or striking it like a match. You are completing the circuit and pulling away, which causes the electricity to jump from the electrode to the metal.
Wheel up a well pull. When a stable arc can be maintained, ignore the end of the electrode and instead watch the pull of molten metal. To create a good pull, you should stay where you started for a second or two before moving.
The arc gap should be no wider than 1/8 from rod tip to metal. This gap dimension be maintained by feeding or gently pushing the electrode towards the molten weld puller. If the gap gets too wide, it will lead into excessive pattern.
Start moving the weld pull across the metal. Keep the electrode at an angle of few degrees of 90. Don't travel too fast. As a general guide, you want to use about an inch of electrode for each inch of weld. When moving the weld pull, you can go in a straight line or move around in a small circle.
It's important to maintain a constant arc length or distance from the tip to the electrode to the metal. This can be hard the first time the electrode is constantly burning down.
Continue moving the pull towards the end of the metal. Again, make sure your travel pin and arc length are steady.
weld. Pull the electrode back from the metal and allow it a few seconds to cool. The metal will still be very hot at this point, but it should no longer be red hot.
Clean the slag. Slag is a residue left from the welding process. During the weld, the slag protects the hot metal from contaminants. The slag covering does not to cook at the same rate as the weld bed, which can cause the slag to pop off the weld. Use the chipping hammer to break the slag off the weld.
Use the wire brush to clean the weld. Remove as many excess particles as possible, especially if you are going to do another pass.
Examine the weld. A welder first. Welds are often good and do not take stress well. However, practice check this. Make another pass to fix any gaps or incomplete weld.
Allow the metal to cool. If this is only practice, dipping the metal in water will cool it faster. Cooling in water will make the weld brittle, so allow any structural weld to cool by air instead.
Do not look at the arc without a proper dark lens designed for welding. For welding, you want at least a 9 shade or darker.
Keep a fire extinguisher handy, a bucket of water, sand, garden hose or something to put out a fire. Have someone around you to watch what are you doing and to make sure you are being safe. For your first weld, practice with an experienced welder.
Welding machine can be dangerous. Read all warning and take every measure to ensure the safety of you and those around you.
Don't weld near something that can catch fire.
I did